The following is a presentation of the Austin Reed Network, now streaming for free on Roku and Amazon Fire TV.
From Fresno to the Oregon State Capitol and everywhere in between, this is the Reed Report.
Happy December. This is the Reed Report. Thank you for joining us. I am Austin Reed, and this is...
I'm Kaylee Kwashnick.
She is my co-host this week. Thank you so much for joining us. It is now December, and I have failed because this is what I'm apparently wearing today.
I guess I wore red. I didn't even need to, but...
You know who did prepare for the month of December? Our intern, Victor. Come on in, Victor. Yay!
So cute.
He showed up. Now, we're filming this as December is just getting going, and he showed up today in a Santa hat, so... High five on that, brother.
Yeah,
Thank you for coming in.
It's Christmas.
Yes, yeah. Every day is Christmas in December for sure. So, also Hanukkah is coming up. We've got Kwanzaa coming up. What else is in December? I think that's everything, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe birthdays, obviously, if you have a birthday. So. Hey, the Reed Reporter is every single Friday at 8 a.m. on KMSG TV, My TV 53 here in Fresno. And then we air up in the Northwest where my old stomping grounds, KWVT Valley 17, Fridays at 11:30 with a replay Saturday at 8:30. And of course, we stream anytime on the Austin Reed Network exclusively on Roku and Amazon Fire TV. Let's talk about what's coming up. Oh yeah, let's do that first. On the way this week, we've got a very cool interview with CF Vests Worldwide. CF is short for cystic fibrosis. As many of you know, I've got this disease. So these guys reached out to me. They found us online, and Rod, the CEO, flew in from Texas.
Wow.
Yeah.
Long trip.
And then his co-CEO, Joshua, flew in from first Thailand, then to Washington State, and then to us.
An even longer trip.
Yes, an even longer trip. So check out that interview coming up. Also ahead, Jeremiah Stroop will check in. He's got a whole docu-series with Fashion XT 2022, so you don't want to miss this. That's coming up later as well. So let's talk about the headlines now. What's happening?
Yeah, so kind of going into what's been going on this last week, we have some updates. So Giving Tuesday was this last Tuesday, and just in 24 hours, they raised $3.1 billion with a B, $billion just in 24 hours for different charities. So that's pretty cool.
Yes, I'm all about that. I'm not for Black Friday shopping. I'm not for Thanksgiving shopping. I like Small Business Saturday. That's
cool.
good.
Yeah.
But Giving Tuesday is the best, so that's great news.
Sure. So, and then of course the erupting volcano in Hawaii on the Big Island. That's been getting a little out of hand as well. It's starting to reach highways and businesses and habitated areas. So locals, of course, are getting kind of concerned, and they're trying to think of ways to, how do we stop this from ruining our town? But, of course, how do you stop lava, right?
Yeah.
It's just, it's difficult.
I know, I've been following that story all week.
Yeah.
It's insane.
So it's creeping up on the town a little bit more, which gets kind of scary. But in better news, a little bit, with following the war in Ukraine, USA got a few new members, I guess you could say. 4 new little lion cubs they sent from Ukraine.
All right.
Just for their safety, keep them safe. And one was a boy. His name was Taurus. And then 3 girls named Prada, Lesia, and Stephanie. So they are now in the Minnesota Animal Sanctuary, safe and sound. So that's pretty cool, yeah.
Cool stories. All right, Kaylee, thank you very much. We are going to take a quick break. I've got the interview with CF Vests Worldwide. That's coming up next here on the Reed Report, so hang tight. But first, here's Michelle Harris with Alive and Well Living.
Are you looking for a natural way to provide immune support for your family? Fortunately, there are ways we can help support a healthy immune system. Get a good night's sleep. Research has shown that people who do not get enough sleep or have poor sleep quality are more likely to become ill after being exposed to a virus. Avoiding caffeine and alcohol at least 5 hours before bedtime is a great way to start. Sambucol black elderberry is nature's way to help support a healthy immune system. Hochberg black elderberries are rich in antioxidants, making them nature's strongest immune-supporting superberry. They're a great tasting way to promote immune health. Eating plenty of fresh fruits and vegetables also helps to keep us feeling our best. Eating the rainbow is a great way to start. Fresh, colorful produce such as red peppers and spinach are rich in vitamin C, and broccoli is packed with nutrients such as vitamins A, C, and E, as well as fiber. Adding more fresh fruits and veggies to your diet is not just good for your immune system. It may help us to maintain a healthy weight, giving us another reason to eat our veggies. All of these are great tips to help support a healthy immune system.
Look at that. Shake hands.
Fowler's hottest new martial arts gym. You'll get a kick out of it.
Thank all you guys for coming tonight, and this winner is going to be for 12 units of neurotoxin. Sarah Brothers! Karen Hopkins! Woo!
Don't lose it, okay?
Abe?
Hi, I'm Jim Horton with the Zachary Horton Foundation. I'd like to invite you to our Family Support Group, a resource for families or loved ones affected by substance abuse or addiction.
This is the Reed Report.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Austin Reed. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at Austin Reed On Air. I am super excited for my guests today. Joining us in our studio is Joshua and Rod from CF Vests Worldwide. As many of you know, I've got cystic fibrosis, so this is a cause that's very close to my heart. And these guys flew in. One from Washington State. Yes, Rod, you flew in from Dallas, Texas to be in studio with us, so we cannot thank you enough. I'm going to start with you, Rod. CF Vests Worldwide. What is this?
Sure. CF Vests Worldwide is it's a mission we have with Josh here. We distribute therapy vests to CF patients all over the world. Right now, we've been in existence since June of 2020, and we've distributed 160 vests to CF patients in 42 countries.
You've got cystic fibrosis as well?
I do. I have cystic fibrosis, and I had a double lung and liver transplant about 5 years ago.
Joshua, what is your story? Because you have another CF connection.
Yeah.
CF is the, what, acronym for cystic fibrosis?
Yeah, my daughter was born in 2019 with cystic fibrosis.
How old is she now?
She is almost 4 years old.
Almost 4. How's she
Almost
doing?
4. She's doing well. She's doing really good.
Now that's thanks to advancements in medication. That's thanks to vests. These vests, and let's talk more about what vests are. Whoever wants to take that question.
Sure. Vests, before vests, back in the day, as they might say, as my mom did, it replaces manual percussion, which would cup the chest to just loosen the mucus. The vest is a substitute in that it's a vest, a fabric vest, hooked up via 2 hoses to an air compressor. Put the vest on, it shakes you, it loosens the mucus, and enables you to expel it.
And the beauty of these vests is that in a third world country, they're not available. My daughter was actually born in Thailand and wasn't able to get a vest because they're only available in the US. And so we would have to hold her down, and I would beat on her chest like this for 15, 20, 30 minutes at a time. And then we would have to hold her down and stick a tube down her throat and do suction on her as well. And I got involved in this because I got a hold of Rod, and I got a vest from him, and our quality of life just went through the roof when we got these vests. We went from my arm would get tired. I would beat my daughter so hard, and
in a good way.
Yeah, a medically approved way. And my arm would hurt, and I'd get like tendonitis in my elbow and all this kind of stuff. And actually getting this vest, it improved our quality of life because we didn't have to do that anymore. She could just sit there and watch videos and do her percussion. And then we didn't have to do suction anymore, which was just amazing to be able to stop that.
Now, throughout the world, there's about 70,000 people, technically, with cystic fibrosis. There's 30,000 here in the United States. But in these really third world countries, especially, like you said, there's just not the advancement in treatments.
Yeah.
Kind of like to think about it as medical deserts, these countries where we help. Say, are the countries we help the most are Brazil, Pakistan, Romania, Kosovo, and of course they don't have the medical expertise they have in the US. So it's essentially a medical desert. And they don't know how to treat CF, which is where we hope the vests come in when we donate those.
Now, Rod, talk a little bit about some success stories from some of your clients, I guess. What would your patients?
Sure. Let me think. We've so many of them. One of them, he's one of the first vest recipients we had. Gautam is his name. He's from India. When we got a hold of him, we found out about him. He was not doing well. He has CF, of course, and in India they don't have the care. At some point we got the vest to him and he was fine. But then the time of COVID came along. The first COVID wave hit and he was okay. Before the second COVID wave, we sent him an oxygen concentrator because his oxygen stats were low. Just after we sent it to him, there was an oxygen shortage in India. If we had not sent that to him, he would have been out of luck. The hospitals didn't have oxygen. He would have had to have a metal tube and he would have had to have a hard time filling that up. But the success story is he's a genius. He works for a mobile phone company in India. It's a US-based mobile phone company. They recognized how he needed healthcare in the US to survive. They transferred him from his job in India to his same job in the US with the same company. So he now lives in the US and he can get the same care every US citizen does with CF.
I've actually had the pleasure to deliver vests myself to the people because I myself don't have cystic fibrosis. And there was a mom of an 8-year-old girl that I brought a vest to. And to hear her story, it was so sad to me because she was a single mom and she would have to get on top of her daughter and be on top of her and hit her on the chest like this. And then she would have to get even more on top of her and hold her head like this and do suction like this all by herself. This is a process that takes more than an hour. You're lucky if you can get it under 2 hours with all of the treatments that have to be done with cystic fibrosis, and you have to do it 3 to 4 times a day. So you can just imagine how great these vests are at improving quality of life. and improving just your whole life. They do percussion in ways that we usually don't do when we do it on our kids, and they do it longer, they do it harder, they do it faster. And so these things, they give you more days, they give you more freedom in your days, and they improve your quality of life a millionfold.
What is next for CF Vests worldwide?
Well, we've got Josh and I. We have a team behind us, 2 professionals, and we're expanding. When someone asks for a vest to come to us, we send to them. They clean it, they ship it. So we're getting our infrastructure together. Right now, we're getting for the past 6 months, we received about 150 inquiries, and we're expanding all the time. More people are getting aware of us.
We also. We're contacted by people all over the world every day. We have a list of over 100 people who are waiting for these vests. We are looking to expand our team to get more people out there cleaning them and moving them and shipping them. We're also looking for ways to make it more efficient. And we're just hoping that this year we'll be able to reach, or by the end of next year, we'll be able to reach over 60 different countries and over 200 different vests sent out.
Absolutely amazing. How can people learn more, or if they want to donate?
Sure, we have a website. It's www.cfvww.org. That will send you to, of course, our site, and you can find the link to either donate vest machines, which we greatly need because of our turnover, or funds, because when we accept a vest to be donated to us, we pay for the shipping. When we send it out, we pay for the shipping. So we need both vest machines, vest garments, and funds to help us to ship the vests.
Rod, great to meet you in person.
Pleasure.
Josh, great to meet you in person.
Nice to meet you
I hope
too.
to meet your daughter one day.
Probably not, but
Yeah,
we'll see.
all the way. Well, I'll have to fly to Thailand.
Yeah.
Then we'll do an on-site interview. We'll work on it.
Do it.
Josh, thank you. Rod, thank you again. Appreciate it. You guys are amazing. And donate today. Help in any way that you can. I'm Austin Reed. We'll be right back.
Look at that. Shake hands.
Fowler's hottest new martial arts gym. You'll get a kick out of it.
Hi, I'm Jim Horton with the Zachary Horton Foundation. I'd like to invite you to our Family Support Group, a resource for families or loved ones affected by substance abuse or addiction.
We're on the red carpet here at Fashion Next 2022 with Ann Bocci. And of course, Ann, you have been a supporter of fashion, not only through your boutique, but also judging this year for that Emerging Up Next contest. Yes. How are you feeling about Fashion Next coming back to Portland after 2 years in hiatus?
I think it's what the city actually really needs.
Yes.
And we all pay an arts tax. We do. And there's one thing that I have to say is this energizes the city. For an opening night last night, I was astounded by how many people post-pandemic came out. And you can see it tonight also, and you'll see it tomorrow night, that people have been waiting for this. And it's something that I think the public wants. You can see the energy in the air.
Yeah.
And what Tito does, he's brilliant. And bringing the artists, it's really something that we need.
Fantastic. Yeah, I totally agree. And it's so good to see people returning to downtown, a great excuse to get dressed up and look kind of fun and fabulous for at least a weekend. And of course, supporting the local economy and local artists and creatives. So.
And this venue is beautiful, and it's right on Broadway.
Yeah.
And it's seriously, I'm really happy, astounded, and proud of what the city is doing or what Tito's doing to bring this on. So
final question, Ann. As a small business owner
Yeah.
in the city of Roses, or in Oregon, what are your hopes for the future when it comes to business and Portland?
my hopes are that people don't give up on Portland. My hopes are exactly events like this. My hopes are that people back events like this, that not just people wanting to get dressed up, but there's the support, there's the money, there's the backing and the energy to participate in this again.
Yes, fantastic. Good words from Ann Bocci. We love her and her boutique. You know, Tony, we're visual creatures, and some
Yes.
people can say fashion is frivolous, but it's what we dress ourselves in, it's what we cover ourselves in, and this whole aesthetic, it is important, right? If we see graffiti, if we see burned down buildings, if we see boarded up businesses, it makes people feel less about the city. So to see things get cleaned up and more beautified, it does really matter, right?
It really does matter. I have this definition: fashion, aside from being a way of life, is a sign of self-respect. Dressing good, feeling good, your personal style shows that you respect yourself personally.
The exterior reflects the interior.
Absolutely. So if you cannot figure out the exterior as yourself, that means you're still working on the interior side, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with the fashion, with the city and all that stuff. You can be able to figure out how, so that means we've done the work on the interior, and then it exits to the outside.
It's not just about surface level, it's about what's inside being exhibited on the outside. I think that's
Absolutely.
so great.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, Tony Ike from the House of Rose, your business is in kind of Lake Oswego area right now.
Yes, great location, beautiful spots. It's bigger than what it was at Bridgeport, so it's an expansion actually.
Oh.
More employees, so
Back and better than ever.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
Tony Ike at Fashion X 2022. Thank you for stopping by. We're looking forward to see what's next for you.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate
You bet. Special takeaways from tonight's fashion show.
This was my first time at Fashion Next, and it was great. It was great to come and see some of the emerging designers, some existing established designers, and it was a great, lively show. Lots of fun, lots of entertainment. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think the energy kind of ramped up after the second half.
Definitely did. Yes, and I love the surprise entertainment at the end. I wasn't expecting that. It was a lot of fun.
Me either. Yeah, that surprise music performance was fantastic from EXO. But obviously this is day 2. We got more fashions to come as they try to kind of revitalize downtown Portland. Being from the Northwest area, what are your hopes for the future of the Northwest?
We are really hoping that we can bring more to this area and just keep it as lively as it has been. I mean, there's a lot of heart and soul in Portland, and Gray Magazine is in the Seattle area as well, International Magazine, and we just want to see all of that energy coming through in all of the areas that we love, and then pulling it out internationally as well. We really are happy to see Portland just building and rebuilding and continuing.
Yeah, we can start here. Well, we love it. Megan from Gray Magazine stopping by at Fashion X 2022.
Experience what's next and explore Fashion Next with us. From the runway to the red carpet, let's get up close and personal with the models and mavens that made this year's Fashion Next so magical.
We just got to experience this phenomenal runway show. What were your impressions of tonight?
Oh man, it is so good to be back out and about, to see the energy and people supporting each other. It was a beautiful show tonight. The models did a great job. I was so proud of them.
We'll give a little props there because she helped kind of give them a little tune up, or a little refresher. After 2 years of virtual events, we're live and in person, so it helps to have some expert advice, I'll say.
A little bit of brush up. Watch out for that slippery surface and the U-turn runway.
Brand new runway, yeah.
Brand new runway.
But
Yeah.
you felt like it was a successful first night of Fashion Next.
I thought that it was a great success, and I can't wait to see the next couple nights.
Fantastic. Jolie from Ryan Artist stopping by the red carpet at Fashion Next. How did it feel to be part of kind of the renaissance of fashion here in Portland?
It was brilliant. We all waited a long time to be back out here and just be together again and just feel that energy on stage.
Yes.
It was brilliant.
Now, you don't just do runway shows. What kind of other makeup do you do for folks who might need your services here?
Everything from bridal to special event, corporate, grooming, branding, all the fun things.
Anyone who wants to look flawless and beautiful, Megan, you got them.
Pretty, we got you. Everybody's welcome. All beauties.
I love it. What is your hope for the city of Portland as we step out of maybe a shadowy season into what's next? What would you like to see for the City of Roses?
Togetherness. Let's bring everybody back together. Like it was a lonely few years. We needed this art. We needed our moment. We needed to be together again and experience what everybody can create. And I'm just happy to be a part of it all.
Creating together. I love it. Megan Blake, head makeup artist for Fashion Next 2022. Stay tuned. There's a lot more fashion coming your way. How are you feeling being back in the City of Roses?
I love it. Honestly, Portland is one of the most exquisite cities for fashion that maybe you may not know about, but this side of New York, this is where it's at.
No doubt about that. So obviously, you understand Portland, the vibe, a little quirky, a little different, but obviously a lot of people are worried about everything's closed down, burned down, shut down.
Of course.
We're here creating a vibrant fashion scene, though, in the heart of downtown. How does that feel to be part of that renaissance, if you will?
It's important because in the wake of everything and this national pause, we have to come back together, we have to connect, and this is so important. Events like this, it's about the connections. It's about the passion for fashion, if you will.
Yeah.
And really, that's the only way that we're going to get through this, is getting back together. And I've met so many amazing people tonight who are like, let's shoot, let's do this, let's do that. And that's really how we keep this going.
That collaboration, that coordination, people coming together and then spinning off and doing fun things. So it's not just about the runway show, it's about everything that happens after tonight.
Absolutely. I actually coach runway and I teach all of my students that it's more about confidence and about character and telling your story and how you stand in front of the crowd rather than about the clout and about the look. Obviously, it's about the designs. I'm wearing Julie Danforth, of course. Amazing Pacific Northwest Seattle designer. I've worked with her for 10 years and that's been incredible. Got to walk out and open for her tonight. But at the end of the day, it's about the connection, the interpersonal relationships that you make at events like this. And Tito's done an amazing job at Fashion Next cultivating that.
Kimber obviously walked in the runway here for Fashion Next and representing so well for Julie and other awesome designers here in the City of Roses. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
All right, we're on the red carpet with Tito. We are back and better than ever for Fashion Next. How are you feeling as we step into this awesome fashion festival?
Well, I am feeling so relieved that day one is over, which was the first one after 2 years of not doing it live.
Yeah.
So huge weight has been lifted.
Yeah.
But it was great to see the highest number of audience we have seen in 10 years yesterday.
Fantastic.
And today is pretty much sold out.
Yeah.
And so, which means what we have been doing, people are craving it. What we've been doing, people are enjoying it. Most importantly, what we have been doing to support the emerging designers to connect with their patrons. The patrons are here. Now it is the job of the independent designers to sell it to them.
Yeah. Well, that's fantastic. Yeah, great turnout. People are eager to get back out and about, and you brought Fashion Next right to the heart of Portland, downtown Portland, right on Broadway.
Yeah.
When you decided to do that, were there any apprehensions or concerns? Did you feel safe about it? Do you feel like it was a bold move?
I myself is a big fan of downtown. Moved to the area like more than 10 years ago, 12 years ago, and I have been here through the craziness that downtown has gone through. So I feel that like downtown in any city, for it to be thriving, it has to have a cultural epicenter that is downtown, because downtown can afford to bring in culture at the level that other areas cannot, because it has the critical mass.
Yeah.
So we cannot leave or look away from downtown when times are tough.